Welcome back, everyone, to episode 6 of the Sleep Deprived podcast. I'm your host, CJ, and we got Richard, Benzie, and our special guest, Daniellekim, and Super Dave Mayer. Hello.
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 So you guys are both streamers too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Very new, but yes.
Very
Well, I'm
new. Oh, okay.
I'm
How
new.
long ago did you start streaming?
For me, it's been since last year, June, 2020 June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
in the
like
middle of pandemic. Yeah.
right. So like over half a year, hey?
Yeah.
I see.
And
And
Dave
what about
is
you,
quite
Dave?
new too. Yeah.
Yeah, I started a couple of months ago. So,
Oh, a couple months ago. I see.
well, like actually trying. Like I've dabbled. Like, oh, let me go live on Twitch because it's funny. But recently tried to get serious about it.
Ah, okay. So you started like being active a few months ago?
Yep.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so Richard and I also started in like December. Just started streaming. Like early December. And yeah. And Benzie, how long have you been streaming actively?
I've been streaming around the same time as Danielle, actually.
Okay, yeah.
During the middle of COVID is when I started streaming.
Damn, so nobody here has streamed over a year yet.
Very noobs.
Interesting.
About to get there.
Yeah, and I think it's all due to COVID. The massive COVID bloom of streamers when we're all are stuck at home currently. But yeah, Danielle, would you like to introduce yourself? Like, give us a quick rundown of your location, what time it is over there, and what you currently do.
All right, sure. Hi guys. So yeah, my name is Danielle. Korean name is Boryang. Boryang Kim.
Boryang?
Yeah, Boryang. In Chinese is Jin Baoyang. And in Japanese is see, I use Danielle as well for Japanese. Anyways, yeah, I am Korean, and a little bit of myself in a long version will be I left Korea when I was 12, and I lived in New Zealand for 2 years after that. Canada for 4 years, California for 7 years, and Dubai for 6 years. And it's been 3 months in Madrid right now. Yeah, so I'm in Europe. Time zone is what, 3 p.m. here. I've been I'm just here going to school to learn Spanish.
Right. Okay. And Dave, what about you? Do you want to give yourself a small introduction?
Sure. I am a huge nerd.
No way.
Me too.
What kind of nerd?
I haven't lived in as many places as Danielle, but I've lived all over the United States. I was born in Florida, been in California, Hawaii, Vegas, just all over the place over the past 10 years. And 33. Time zone. It is currently 8:59 a.m., which is early for me.
Early for you, right? Are you like usually a DJ?
Well, I work for the cable company night shift, so I'm usually up late taking phone calls and being like, "Yeah, you got to turn it off and back on."
Easiest fix.
Good benefits. I got good benefits, and I got free cable, so I can't complain.
Okay. Very nice.
Yes, Kushta, reboot it.
So how are you guys, Danielle? How are you guys enjoying streaming so far?
For me, I really do love it. It's kind of like after a long day or tiring day, it's kind of like I don't know how to say, like where I can relieve myself. Like playing games, I can chat.
Shut up.
Was it CJ? It was a CJ.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
And now we come to this.
I didn't mean any of where CJ thought of, but yes, that's where I meant. I meant like playing games, talk to people.
Miliana,
exactly. I can talk about my day. Somebody listens. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's very nice. It's like you feel like you're sharing a part of yourself with the community.
Exactly. And making new friends.
Yeah.
It's like,
Mm.
because before coming to Madrid in Dubai, I was basically working with everyone from the world. Because that's
Cabin
kind of
crew.
Dubai, yeah, cabin crew. So I
Mm.
was working with the person that I've never heard of a country before, kind of like that. So that's how I
Right.
feel like continuing on Twitch as well. Like I feel comfortable meeting people and making friends that I've never met but online.
Yeah, I see.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same for a lot of us. Hey,
yeah.
we all just met so many people.
Imagine
Like
if
all
we
over the
actually
world.
meet in person
Mm.
and I wouldn't
Oh,
feel
yeah.
awkward with you
Twitch
guys, you know, because I've seen you guys before.
Yeah, definitely. And just a small introduction on how we met. Danielle, I was so from Purport actually rated Danielle, and
Ooh.
I'm a mod. Yeah, I'm a mod for Danielle. I think Danielle, you visited from Purport's channel.
Yes.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's very weird how we were all able to meet each other. So Danielle visited from Purport. From Purport rated her. I was a mod. I just got into a chat and I just met, and then she followed me back, and then we started talking in each other's
Oh.
chats, and that's literally how we met, and that was 2-3 weeks ago, Danielle.
2-3 weeks ago. I feel like it's been a month or so.
Yeah, it feels like a month already.
Right?
I feel like
Yeah,
it's like a couple months ago.
yeah. So this is why the Twitch community is so great. We are able to just meet new people so easily. Everyone's so nice. The ones which aren't nice don't get any don't get much exposure because of how the nature and the assistance of TOS on Twitch. So yeah, it's just really nice to have very positive community. Yeah, how do you have any? Yeah, how about you, Dave? So have you streamed often? And
I try to stream whenever I play games. I find makes it feel like I'm not wasting my 30s when I'm streaming.
Okay.
But it's also, like Danielle said, it's a great place to meet people. The other day I started playing Just Cause 4. I'd never played a Just Cause game in my life, and it was just it's a ridiculous game, and I feel like it should be shared with people, especially when you're grappling, hooking the ground, and using it to launch yourself off with a parachute so that you can get into your wingsuit and fly over a mountain. I'm like, it's just the stupidest game. Nothing makes sense. But to stream, it's a great conversation piece.
Mm-hmm. And actually, Dave came to my channel when I start streaming Cyberpunk.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So that was recent.
Yeah, that's the day that Dave came in, and he start coming in every single my stream.
Oh, and so
And-
that's how you guys met.
Yeah, and he's been very supportive on my channel, and he's now my MOD, as well. Like amazingly done. Like how interesting this Twitch thing is, like you just met a
I
couple
stay
weeks
for
ago.
the burger hearts. I stay for the burger hearts.
Can we get a live burger heart for the podcast?
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know
Hold
somehow.
on, I think I can redeem the points.
Yeah, redeem the points. I
Yeah, let
have
me get
7K.
those. Let me
I have
redeem
enough.
some.
Oh my
Redeeming the
gosh.
points right now.
Alright, okay, guys.
Yeah.
Let's not make Richard disco, but all right, here we go.
No.
Richard Disco.
Richard Disco? Oh no.
All right, so in Korea, like for new viewers, so in Korea we have so many hearts like this now. So it's been a while, so they come out with a burger heart where you're holding a burger, you take it to your mouth, and you have a bite, and then you send it over. So that's burger heart there. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But the point is, you have to make the sound that I'm making, guys. You can't just do it muted.
What's the sound? What's the sound?
I can't do it.
Exactly.
I can't do it. I tried.
Clip it, guys. Mine was perfect. Clip it. Clip it.
Yeah, how Benzi? Yeah. Do you want to give a little input on how you met CJ and I, and now Danielle?
Yeah,
and
I want to
Dave?
know.
All right, so I think if I'm right, TJ, correct me if I'm wrong. I was streaming some Need for Speed, and next thing you know, this random dude just comes into my chat, and he's asking like, "Hey, yo, where's the face cam? Where's the face cam?" This went on for like a couple weeks, you know. And I was like, "Don't worry about it. It'll come." And then I was like, then I told him I was like, 100 followers. When I hit it, I'll do a face cam. So I hit 100 followers and I did a face reveal. And then that's like CJ kept coming in and like I just kept talking to CJ. And then I think I met Richard when I was in one of CJ's raids. And then from
no.
Really?
No. We met when I think it was Ari's stream, Benzi. You went
Was
to
it?
Ari's stream, yeah, and then she gave you a shout out, and I just started. I joined. I hit up your channel, and then I followed you, and then I think you followed me, and then you came into my stream and was like, "Oh my god, who's this cutie? If someone should cuff this
Sir.
man." And it's like,
Yes,
who's
sir.
this cutie? Someone should cuff this man. And then you just say really sus things, right? And I was like, who's
Super
this
cute.
guy?
Super
Who's
cute.
this guy? Who's this guy saying all these sus things to me? Yeah, and then and then we started chilling, and then now we're the homies, and he mods, and we're both mod for each other.
Imagine, I can't relate to being a mod.
Yeah, CJ, yeah.
I'm not a mod anywhere.
Oh,
I think and then
do you want to be a mod on my channel?
I like the VIP actually. It's nice, less pressure, you know.
That's true.
Yeah,
VIP, you can just relax and watch.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. VIP just kick back and relax. Mods is like, oh my god, shout out.
That's what Dave is doing on my chat.
That's
He's
true.
too busy every time.
yeah. I actually don't remember how I met Danielle. I know that I went to her streams a few times, and then every time I was there, Dave actually was like super welcoming. He always like threw me a shout out whenever I came by. So big ups to Dave. This man is out there showing so much love. So, yeah.
I can't remember either. Like, I mean, I remember Richard coming in with the front pot, but
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't remember.
Right? But somehow I start watching Benzi every day. I don't know how I started. And it's so funny. Every one of you, like whenever I go to one of your chat, it's you guys are always there. It's like a gang. You can't shake them.
Yeah, the whole gang's there.
Yeah, the whole gang's here.
That's great.
Yeah, Danielle, and the first time I met you, you were like very focused in your Valorant game, and then everyone was spamming your chat. Everyone was like spamming your chat with the red messages, and you're like, "Hello guys, thanks for the red crumple. I'm in a very, very, very important Valorant game." and then it was really entertaining to watch when you were very focused.
You can't take her out of the focus mode. It's like she enters the beyond realm.
Exactly.
That's all I had to say about that.
So talking about gaming, how did you guys start gaming? Like, you know, in your life, like any sort of game. What was like your first exposure?
Well, I think it was in Dubai. Because I have so many friends who has PlayStation, and they start whenever we party there, it's like someone is playing, you know, and I was like, this game looks fun. That one of my friend was playing Overwatch, and it got me curious. And like Overwatch is where you don't have to be good at shooting.
Right.
You don't have to be accurate at shooting.
Yeah, I agree.
And I liked each character has background of different nationalities, and the maps are also like here and there, you know, around the world. So I find it like that made me buy PlayStation Pro. And yeah, big spending on the day. And yeah, I bought Overwatch, start playing. And one of my friend, actually, she's also streamer. I can't remember her name all of a sudden, but she's also Korean but lives in Singapore, and she told me that she starts streaming. So I was like, what is Twitch? And then that's how I got into more gamings, I think. Makes more yeah.
So how old were you when you started like playing games?
Like in the beginning games? Any games?
Yeah. Any game, I guess.
I think it was
even at the start.
Maybe I was 5 or 6 with my brother, honestly.
Okay. What game was it? Do you remember?
You know those shooting guns? Like one guy, like it's in arcade. Where
in the arcade.
Yeah,
okay.
he looks like a military
Metal
guy.
Slug?
Yes.
Was it
yes.
Metal Slug?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
there's also a computer game with my brother, the one that like a dragon, but it throws the bubble and then it captures you. You know, bubble. Is it bubble? I think it's bubble.
Bubble Trouble?
Bubble trouble.
No, probably
I
not.
can't
Nah,
remember.
M Tune.
I was too young. I think I was 5, 6. I can't remember. But
True.
yeah, my brother has big influence on me playing games, I think.
Mm.
Do you think it's good influence or bad influence?
That depends, because me and my brother skipped going to school. We went to
Oh,
arcade.
skip school.
Oh my god.
That's how you know that she's a real gamer.
A true
Is it
gamer.
No,
Facts.
Puts
oh my
puts it
gosh.
above life responsibilities.
That day, me and my brother got spanked so hard from my mom. Oh my gosh, I thought I was gonna die. But it was worth it. It was worth it.
Wait, so your parents
Oh.
didn't know until after?
What? Not skip school.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my teacher decided to call my mom on that day
Oh
because
no.
you know I would never skip school.
Right.
Yeah, it was a horrible day.
What you gotta do is you gotta start at the parents when you're skipping school. You gotta give them the old
I'm sick. I'm sick.
No, but
You
like
mean
my
that-
mom asked us like, "Oh, how was school?" Even after my teacher called and she asked us, "How was your school?" And my
Ooh,
brother and
trap.
my brother and I, "Oh, it was good." And then we pretended nothing happened.
Oh no!
Oh my.
Have you
God.
seen Asian moms beat up kids? Oh my gosh.
you
Is it
get
on
you get
YouTube? Is that a
banned
show
as
on TV?
child
Is
singer.
that something I can?
I don't know, but it's different
It's awesome.
than America or anywhere else in the world because they will not spank their kids that hard.
Yeah, ask Danielle's parents and ask Danielle's mom for some VODs.
Huh?
Ask Danielle's mom for the VOD.
You want
The
the
VOD.
video? Yeah, let's get a video of this.
It's
It's
like
probably on YouTube.
Danielle when she was
somewhere.
8 years old, just getting clapped up.
Oh my gosh. Like my mom would grab anything around. Like she got this broomstick somewhere. I don't know where it came from. And we started running around. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish my brother was watching. He would have laughed his ass off.
Oh my.
That's
God.
great.
Would you, Danielle? Would you are you thinking of like having children? And if you are, would you do the same to them?
Oof. Nowadays, I'm not even sure if I want kids, but I used to want kids. Let's see in the world later on in the future. But no, I don't know. I hope not. I don't want to become like my mom. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Dave.
Yeah, Dave, what about you? First exposure to gaming.
Yeah.
First exposure to gaming.
First exposure ever.
Super Mario on the Nintendo game system.
Ooh.
You know, that raccoon tail. That's the one. I've been playing for as far back as I can remember. My first memory is playing video games. I've been playing, Final Fantasy VII when the PlayStation came out. I was all over that game. That was my favorite game. Still is. I still have it, and I still beat it like once a year on tradition because it's just such a good game. And now the remake as well, which is gonna slide on in there as my yearly clear game. I started taking gaming. I don't know if I could say it seriously. I would probably qualify myself as a gamer around the time I started playing Final Fantasy VII because of the whole shirking real life responsibilities thing. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of good beatings because of my video games. Yeah.
Interesting.
Nothing too bad. Just, bop on the top of the head, grounded for a month, all that kind of fun stuff.
The normal, the usual,
The usual suspects.
Yes. And especially back then, because like games were definitely viewed as a waste of time, because it was definitely too new. But now it's like, it's pretty much normal now. Like it's accepted.
Exactly.
It's part of society now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very normal.
There's a World Cup of gaming, so yeah.
Exactly. Esports everywhere. Benzi, what about you? First exposure to games?
First exposure? Sheesh. This is kind of hard to remember because, like, from what I can remember, I used to have the Nintendo DS, in like every color at the GameCube,
The
the
DS. So that was like
N64.
pretty late. Like,
Um,
oh, well, you are younger than us. That's true. That's true.
Throw
I'm the
him under the
youngest.
bus.
But yeah, I guess like my first exposure would be like playing Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Okay. On Melee? Is it
Melee, yeah.
GameCube? Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
That's such a good game.
So how old
But
are
then,
you
like,
then?
how old was I then?
Mm-hmm.
Shit. I think I was on like, I give like a rough estimate to like 4 to 6,
4 to
and
6.
it wasn't until like 7 to like 9 years old when I switched over to like FPS gaming, and I played like Black Ops. Oh,
I see. Interesting. Richard, what about you?
What's that? When I was probably 2 or 3,
2 or 3. Ooh.
my cousin-in-law's my cousin-in-law, he gave me a it wasn't a Nintendo, it wasn't a Nintendo Game Boy, it was like a blue device where you put a cartridge in and you just play games on it.
Oh, I
And
remember those.
I actually don't know what it is. I was too young to
was
know.
it a Game Boy?
It's not a Game Boy. It's not a Game Boy. It's actually not a Game Boy.
Ooh.
It's like before that. It's like older than that. Yeah. So that was my
Pre-Game
first.
Boy.
Yeah, it was pre-Game Boy.
Bro,
Yeah, it was
how old are you?
pre-Game Boy. I'm 22.
Richard, how
So
old
I
are
was
you?
like 20 years ago.
Yeah, where's
So
the
it was 20 years
internet?
ago.
Where's the internet for this thing?
Yeah. I still don't know the name of that device to this day.
Let
But
me
it was
search
20
that
years
right
ago. Yeah, he gave it to me. He put a cartridge in it, and then it was just like we just play games. It was pretty similar to a Game Boy, but it wasn't a Game Boy. That was the thing.
Right.
Yeah. So that was my first time. I honestly don't remember what games I played on it. I played like. Oh, it was a Batman game that I couldn't even get past the first level because I would get stuck. I'm pretty sure the game was bugged out where it restricted
for
me
sure.
to proceed. Yeah, it restricted me from going past the first level because I literally took like every single day for a whole month when I first got the device. I tried to go past the first level, but I stuck on the first level the whole time. I never got past it. I literally did everything. I jumped on like all the boxes. I went for like every single location. I couldn't go past it. Yeah, that is like my patience. That trained me to be patient for the rest of my life when I was 3 years old.
Proper training.
Yeah. And I got CS 1.6 when I got my first computer when I was probably like 6 or 7 years old. The thing is, it required 2 discs. I already had one, and the other one was lost, so I never downloaded it. Never played.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
pretty
about you,
tragic.
CJ?
Me, my first, definitely when I was like 2 or 3, before kindergarten. So kindergarten is 4 years old. So around 2 or 3. First was like Game Boy Color, I think. Played Pokemon, I think. And then we got a Game Boy.
Yeah.
After that, my uncle brought a Nintendo 64. I hardcore like played Mortal Kombat on that.
Nice.
Mortal Kombat.
On the 64?
On the 64, yes. And back then it was before internet days, so like when you try to learn stuff, like brutality, you know how it's a combination of buttons. We just trialed and error everything for like hours and
Wow.
hours. Yeah, then we just wrote down everything. So yeah, we were like hella patient, me and my brother. And then some games as well. On the Nintendo 64, you needed a save device, like the save pack. But we didn't have it. We didn't have it, so we played like 12 hours straight for like 3 days straight, and we never turned the console off. And yeah, then we finished the game, and then we never needed to play it again. Yeah, but I've been pretty much gaming all my life, I guess. Like after Nintendo 64, there was like GameCube, and then PlayStation. Well, actually, I was never a PC gamer actually until like high school, because yeah, we never had like internet or like an actual PC. But yeah, those are the good times, writing down everything, no internet. It was very fun.
You have a notepad with all the directional cheat commands and stuff. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those are the good days.
Or if not, like, you get your brother to do it. Just I can't remember the code here.
Exactly. That's it for gaming.
So I actually do have a story about having a game cartridge and not having one. So we had a GameCube and we had the game Sphinx. I don't know if you guys remember that. It's like really old. Like I was in high school, so that was at least,
let me see,
15 years ago. Long time ago. Yeah, I love that game. Anyway,
yes, Grandpa.
So we're playing this game Sphinx, and we don't have a memory card for the GameCube, so we can't save it. And we made the mistake of turning it off once. We lost like 2 hours of progress, and I'm like, I got an idea. We'll play it in shifts.
Oh.
So you'll play for a couple hours, then take a break, and I'll play. And then while I'm sleeping, you can play, and vice versa. And we played that game for 3 days.
Oh my god!
Just straight. And then the GameCube shut off.
No.
Right before the last boss, it just said, "You know what?
Why?
I'm not designed to be on for 3 days, so I'm calling it quits right now."
Gosh.
Oh,
And,
imagine.
we never went back to play it. We never beat that game. So
oh my gosh!
I love that game.
Imagine.
Tragedy struck.
That actually sucks. So wait, there was no like save device?
No, we didn't have a memory card. It was my mom didn't want to run down to Wally World and grab one. So
It's actually so tragic.
Yeah, we were grinders as kids. Definitely big grinders.
Yeah.
I actually had like this
to grinding.
You go. But I had like this rip-off Pokemon game, and like it was like a Chinese version, and like we could never beat the first. It was pretty much bugged, like Richard said, for his game. Like, there's this part where there's supposed to be a bridge in the actual game, but in the version we got, it was like hella broken. So there's no bridge. I just thought, maybe I need to level up. So I got a Pokemon to like level 100 or like level 90 something, just in like fighting level like 5 wild monsters. And that was it.
Yeah, exactly. The games back then was hella bugged, guys. Grateful. Yeah, so grateful that these games like Valorant nowadays.
Valorant.
Don't have much bugs.
Ah.
I don't know, man. Cyberpunk has a lot of bugs.
Oh, yeah, true. There's that. Yeah. So I wanted to have a follow-up question to what you said earlier, Danielle, about the many countries you have visited. Many countries. So you went to Dubai. You lived in Dubai. You lived
New Zealand, Canada, States.
Have you been everywhere? So
wow.
Is it your parents or?
No, actually, my parents were in Korea whole time. In New Zealand, I was with my brother and my uncle's family. But in Canada, me and my brother were just staying at Canadian family, homestay family. Yeah, and then in the States, I was alone for 7 years because my brother had to go back for military service. Actually, I enjoyed myself a lot because that's what between my 17 to 24. Yeah, it's a great time, great years in the States alone.
Okay.
Yeah, I had all the bad girls phase there in the States. Yeah, and then because in the States, like you can't go into club unless you're 21, which is very late compared to rest of the world. And my flatmate was 4 years older than me, so I would always borrow her ID because she has to go to work, and then I go out with my friends.
Was she Asian as well?
Yeah. She was Korean as well.
Also, they couldn't tell.
Yeah, but exactly, I cannot use blonde girl. No. And and in Dubai, I was very lucky working as a cabin crew. Honestly, like I traveled everywhere. Like I've been to Sao Paulo, Brazil. I've been to many states, a lot. Australia. I've been to Asia, like Taipei, Beijing, Shanghai, like you name it. Like I've been very lucky with the traveling.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds amazing. Like working as cabin crew would sound actually so fun, and you just learn about different cultures as well.
Exactly.
And you're exposed to like, yeah, you're exposed to like so many different cultures, people. That is honestly like one of the most important things in life. No, like no cap.
No cap.
Yeah, no cap. And do you have any? So when I was in your streams, I would also sometimes listen to your cabin crew stories. Do you have any top the most memorable experiences while you're working as a cabin crew?
That really depends. If my most memorable with the cabin crew, like with the colleagues, most memorable time was actually the last Christmas, like before 2020, obviously. It was New Year's. New Year's, I was flying from Dubai to Madrid, Madrid to Dubai. So on the way back was countdown, like in the middle of air, basically. We were counting down. And it was so fun because we barely had customers, like maybe 5 or 6. We actually invited them. I don't know if you guys seen it. Emirates, the aircraft A380, downstairs economy, upstairs business class and first class. And in business class, there's a bar. So we actually invited all the customers to come to lounge. We call it lounge, back of an aircraft upstairs. We call it lounge, and then we invited them. And we prepare a little bit of snacks, food, and then we are not allowed to use our phones online, on board, sorry, with our uniforms on. But everybody took out the phone. We took so many photos. We enjoyed the New Year. You know, like, I didn't realize the pandemic was coming. None of us knew that it was going to be this worse, you know? But that New Year, 2020, inviting New Year, I cannot forget because it was really, really beautiful in the air. It's impossible to be beautiful in the aircraft, but it was beautiful. And depends on the memorable, like which type you're expecting story to be. But I've had
most messed up.
Messed up was you know how economy seats are uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And okay, there are 2 types. All right. So once I had these customers, 2 guys, when I'm just passing them, they start fighting because one was pushing the chair, one was pushing the chair back. Anyways, that kind of situations I do not enjoy. I do run away. I pretend I didn't see anything. But second one was, okay, so all the cabin crew were working in the cabin, passing out the food, drinks, whatever. And there was a noise in one of the toilet.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I think that's what you guys are expecting to hear. Yes, I've
Let's
caught
go.
some.
The Mile High Club.
Mile High Club, boys. Let's go.
Yeah.
I've
I was curious about that.
I've caught some few naughty couples in the air, of course. But there's really not much we can do. All we can do is knock, obviously, because everybody heard. Everybody can hear you.
It's like it's
loud?
paper thin. Like it's paper thin. So why?
Like, I don't know. Like, for future generations, please keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind, guys. The toilet in the aircraft is most dirtiest places you can ever go to have that.
Okay.
But
you can't do it on the.
I know
passenger
people
seats,
have
so.
fantasies on that, but we've had also situation where first class on A380 we have showers as well. So first class customer got so drunk, these 3 people disappeared. I mean, first class is only 8 seats, so we can see who is where and who is where.
So all 3 in first class?
Yes, all 3 from first class. Because there was only 3 customers in 8 seats. So obviously, first class cabin crew knows who's who. And they couldn't find 3 of them anywhere. And last place they opened was the shower because nobody really expects anything to happen. Apparently, our senior opened it because it was unlocked. It wasn't locked. So they were not assuming somebody was in there. But they opened.
It was locked.
Very awkward situation for us, yes, as a cabin crew. You don't know what to say.
What was going on in there?
Oof, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on here.
They're playing you know.
It was. I'm assuming it was probably naughty.
They were playing Monopoly, yes.
Monopoly.
Monopoly.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, Monopoly.
Like
Were they
how long was
streaming?
I hope not.
Monopoly game?
Huh?
3 hours? 2 hours?
I have
2
no
hour
clue.
Monopoly game.
I have no clue how long that's been, but it's quite weird to open a door and find 3 people. I mean, 2 we expect. We do expect 2. We don't expect 3. It is something. And this lady was crazy beforehand because she was in business class lounge and got so drunk. Her husband went to toilet and he came out. And she starts screaming in the lounge saying, "Oh, we do this what is it called? The what's the drug called? I forgot.
Drug.
Not the drug, the oh, help me out. Help me out, guys. We do
You're talking about drugs?
Yes. What do we call it?
Okay.
Marijuana.
Is it? Do you smoke it or
No,
put it in?
no.
Like, do you do one of these things with it or?
No.
Or is it a pill?
No, Dave. There's a word we use,
Panadol, it's
guys.
not Panadol.
No.
My chat.
No, guys. It's like we do pills. Anyways, we let's say
Caps.
I can't.
Caps, LSD.
Caps.
Oh, we're not allowed to talk, right? Oh no, it's TOS. Might be TOS.
Anyways, okay. So we do Panadols on board. Let's say we do Panadols on
Panadols,
board.
yeah.
Do you know how we bring it? He brings it in his asshole. Like she starts screaming out loud, saying those
Oh my
words.
god!
Oh my gosh.
Exposed him.
Exactly. Like she was screaming. Everybody can hear in business class after the lounge. It was just awkward. Like we tried to calm her down because she was so drunk. And she starts screaming and then running around the cabin. And then we thought that she was in her seat sleeping. That's when we start like, where is she? Because everybody wanted to see who she was, obviously, because the economy crew has no idea. And they come up and they're looking for her, and then she's disappeared. We can't find her husband. Another customer from first class we can't find, and then that's where we found.
Oh,
Having a good time.
that's a good story.
I mean, I can say all these things because I don't work for Emirates anymore, but we are not allowed to say these things.
Oh, okay. So
You're not allowed
under
to say this
contract
stuff
anymore.
when you're working for them.
Yeah, we are not
You're
allowed
not-
to talk about things that happens on board.
right.
Exactly.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, so many things happen on board. It's insane.
Interesting.
You wouldn't believe that actually happened.
So how is like what's it called? So you know how you say you've moved a lot and been to a lot of places.
Mhm.
How is it like making friends and stuff, or like
I think,
yeah,
I
just social
mean,
interactions?
that helped me get through a lot of things. I mean, I'm very easy making friends. I'm very easy getting close to anyone.
Mm.
But on the other hand, I'm scared to say goodbye because I've seen saying too many goodbyes as well.
Right.
I can imagine.
Yeah, and then I get attached to people very easy. That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
that's what worries me a lot in my life as well. But
It's right. Everyone which you feel like you would have to say goodbye to, just give them a link to your Twitch and you talk to them every day.
Every day.
Yeah, that combines service.
Exactly.
yeah.
So do you still keep in contact with them or no?
Yeah, I have friends from Canada. I don't have any friends in New Zealand because I was too young. I couldn't speak English properly, obviously.
Okay.
And it was too short for 2 years. But in Canada, I do. In the States, yeah, I have so many friends keeping in touch, of course. But like, it's possible because it's these days we have Instagram, Facebook. You know, I can't really see myself keeping in contact with letters.
Ah, interesting. Yeah. I have someone in my chat. His name's Yeet and a Nene. He says he's also from New Zealand. To her, I say chur. Chur? What does chur mean?
No idea.
Churgy. Churgy. Is that how they say hello?
I don't
You were
think
in
so.
New Zealand long, right?
I was in New Zealand for 2 years, yeah, when I was like
2 years.
12
Ah,
to
okay,
14. 12 to 14, yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely not long enough, I think.
Yeah, but I have no idea what he's saying, though. Sorry, I wish I could understand you.
Just
Do they
New
speak a
Zealand.
different language in New Zealand? Like not English?
just a lot of slang, I think.
Oh, right.
Honestly.
Mhm.
Yeah. How about you, Dave? Do you have any interesting work stories? As a working cable, right?
Yeah, well, I work in cable. I answer phones. So the most interesting things that happen to me are I'm getting yelled at because a customer stepped on their cable box and it's not working. How dare this box not work after I step on it?
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. So nothing really truly interesting happens with my job. A lot of stuff happens at my workplace, which I don't know if I'm allowed to discuss, but I don't think anyone from my workplace is on this stream, so it's probably okay. Like for some reason, when when someone becomes a supervisor and they get like a little bit of power, it goes to their heads.
Right.
There's so many scandals at my workplace.
Really?
Just constant. Like there's this one guy, he's like 55 years old, and then this one girl was like a new hire. She was like early 20s.
Yeah.
And they were doing stuff, and he was married.
Whoa.
He was a married
whoa.
man with kids.
Did she want to do it? Did the 20-year-old want to?
They were, yeah. Oh no, they were. She was like, "Oh, I love him. He's the love of my life." It's just crazy. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So, that dude was her supervisor. At my job, you get these 1 hour, we call them coaching times, and it's like you go to a private room, you discuss phone calls and how things are going, and you get, tips on how to do better, and it's usually really constructive. For them, it was very constructive.
Very constructive indeed.
Very. So, but that kind of stuff happens at my job all the time, and it's just it's ridiculous all the time.
But
yeah,
the thing
cable
is,
company is crazy.
But that is very classic for cabin crew as well, though.
Really, for cabin
Very
crew as well.
classic game, classic story. Like
give us a story.
I didn't want to
know.
Oh, it's very
sex stories and dating experiences.
Like cabin crew as in like cabin crew as in like
yeah.
a pilot and like a attendant, or both like flight attendants.
Yeah, I mean everything. Yeah, I mean it's
okay.
Cabin crew life is a bit interesting because you meet so many people at certain moments, and especially Emirates Airline is so many people from everywhere in the world. So it's like so many girls got fired because they have a pictures naked in the pilot. Like in the where it's called the cockpit, basically.
What the fuck?
Literally cockpit.
Why?
Yeah.
Why the cockpit?
Exactly. It's called the cockpit. Exactly, CJ. That's why it's cockpit. I mean, there's so many dirty, messy stories, and the one that Dave said is just classic for cabin crew story. So many, yeah. Even because we go on layovers, like we go to a hotel, stay for a day. And of course, I've heard my friend, he's Portuguese, and he actually had a senior, who was married as well, and she invited him to her room. It's just, and he doesn't care, obviously, and he told me he fucked her, but it's so many. Sorry, excuse my language. But
Danny's so innocent. You guys didn't hear that, all right? That was a glitch in the matrix. That was.
I meant yes. He's been to her room. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. So that's classic, very classic story in cabin crew. But I'm sure every job have a little guys to stop a little bit of there and here.
Yeah, let's get into yeah. So CJ and Benzi, do you guys have anything similar to that?
Stories? Nah, not with work. Nah, how many? Let me think.
I should have gone last.
No. Definitely, my job's all professional, so nothing suspicious. Everybody's, in Australia, I definitely think.
Oh wait, I
nobody.
Think, how about you, Benzi?
The only job I ever had, really, because I'm still young, is I worked at Walmart.
That's a nightmare.
It really is. Like I mean, working there was okay. My coworkers are really nice. Um, but like I guess like some of the more like messed up side was like here in Wisconsin, the city that I live in is the event city. So every event that happens in my city. There was one event called Pathfinders. Um, that was a huge event, and it was like people from all over the world come here to the city. They gather at the EAA field, and it's like a whole week camp out. It's like a religious event, and I guess like working there at Walmart during that time for that whole week sucked. Like I couldn't even use the bathroom because like
Whoa.
the bathrooms, like apparently from what I've heard from like my coworkers, is that the bathrooms just caked in shit.
Oh,
It was all bad. And like I mean like some of the people that I met during that week, they were really nice people. Like at Walmart, we get like these badges, like little pins and everything for like things that we completed. And I had a few pins myself, and I guess like some of the people that I met, I guess like for them, they trade pins a lot from like different people, so they remember each other. So they remember where each pin comes from and who gave it to them, who they switched with and stuff. I remember like a few of them coming up to me asking me to switch pins, and I was just kind of like, no, thank you. This is my pin. I earned this pin. Sorry, but other than that, that's like about the like worst extent I've ever experienced at Walmart. That 1 week. Other than that, the whole year it was fine.
God damn.
Good old Wally World.
Whew. I don't miss working there, not at all.
I'll give a little input. There was a scandal at my workplace. I just started working, so I work for a bank, and there was a time where I don't know if I should say this because I still work there.
Exactly. Be careful.
I guess like try to mask it. Like
I'll make it as simple as I'll make it as low as possible. It's not obvious though. I can't. It's
Does anybody from your workplace watch you?
Most likely.
Oh.
One or two.
Welcome.
Yeah, but they probably know. They're all the ones that told me if they are watching. But yeah, one of my team leaders did something very naughty. That's what I'm gonna say.
Kind of naughty.
Very naughty. Yeah, it was very naughty, and got to a point where they got out of here. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And so I do understand what Danielle and Dave were talking about earlier about those things. It does happen.
I think it's every workplaces.
Yeah, I think every workplace probably has a story like that.
Oh yeah, no, there's definitely one at Walmart.
No, it's not that. I don't want you to guys get wrong idea of cabin crew, but it's just. Of course, there's ugly side as well, but a lot of us are normal, like me.
Normal.
Yeah,
exactly.
Normal is like we work, we travel. I actually get souvenirs from places, and we are firefighter on aircraft. We are doctors on aircraft. Like it's a lot of pressure and a lot of things we have to go through before we go go on board. And yeah, it's a lot of my friends are all normal. I don't have any stories of my friends doing that kind of their ugly side of cabin crew, but
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, what goals do you have in the future? Because Daniel, you're currently studying. What are you studying for, and what do you have planned for the next few months in Spain?
All right. Well, this wasn't really planned in my plan book. Coming to Madrid. because
Yeah, explain
Emirates
that.
in Emirates we have like 62,000 of workers, obviously for one company, and our cabin crew is hitting about 25,000 cabin crew. And because of this pandemic, I was supposed, because every 3 years we get recontracted, and this September was my 6th year, and they didn't give us any more recontract for all of us. So all my friends, including myself, kind of had to choose the other way. And I remember, I mean, like, I didn't want to go back to Korea. I knew, because obviously everywhere is hard to get a job nowadays.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure where I wanted to go, but I wanted to learn a language for sure. Like, cause I kind of wasted in 6 years in Dubai because all I done was working. I hadn't really think of studying. And I do actually have an accounting major from States, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to go into accounting again, because I probably have to study all over. But yeah, so I decided, like, I remember I liked Madrid when I traveled, and I always admired Spanish language, because was it Spanish is the first or English is the first, the most spoken language, right? So
in like professionally,
or most of countries, like if I speak Spanish, I can go to Latin America, obviously, kind of in that kind of sense. So yeah, that's why I have a friend, Loreto, as well. She's amazing. She's such a darling, and she's here in Madrid. So I decided to come. I decided to, okay, let me try and see how it goes. And to be honest, I have no idea where I go from here. Right now, I'm just learning Spanish and playing games. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That sounds. I really respect that. Like, not really going outside of, like, not having a plan on what you want to do, and just going through like life for whatever, like one step at a time, and just taking risks. Honestly, taking risks. Like, it was a risk. It was a massive risk. Going to Madrid because of your friend. And do you live with your friend, or are you
No, I'm renting a room in a house with friends.
Oh, with friends, that sounds amazing.
Yeah. Like, I mean,
great.
but like, I knew I didn't want to go back to Korea because my mom is very controlling, as you guys can assume. So I didn't want to go back there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love her and all, but I think keeping the distance between us is very important.
Yeah.
I see.
So, like, calling her and not physically, like, being with her.
I like being free. I like being free. I like doing what I want to do. I don't like plan things. Like, when I was living in California, actually, me and my friend Sherry, she's Filipino, and we just decided one night, let's drive to Vegas. It takes 9 hours from where I was, Sacramento, and we start driving.
Nice.
And then we ended up in LA instead of Vegas because it was too far.
Yeah.
LA, at least it's 5 hours. But we would spend one night, go to Magic Mountains, and then come home. So just for 5 hours to get away from home, just ride, go parks, and then come back home. I like spontaneous things.
Yeah, that sounds I'm very much the same, but from what you're doing, that's literally the definition of spontaneous. Like, wow.
Yeah. She's just like, I'm gonna do it right now. Go.
Exactly.
You never know. You might see me next in Australia or America.
Let's go. Woo. Yeah, like, being really spontaneous is definitely very hard to do for some people. That's why I really respect it. And yeah, and how are you finding your 3 months in Madrid at the moment? Are you having a lot of fun?
Well, I think I'm lucky because I decided to go to a school instead of just start living here doing nothing. So because of going to school, I made friend already, like, who's Korean, kind of similar situation as me. She came from Japan. Well, she lived in Japan for 10 years and she's decided to move to Madrid as well, like me.
Okay.
And yeah, so I already made a friend, so I don't really feel alone. And the school as well, like, they have always activities after class. Like, there's a language exchange I can go to, so I can meet new people if I want to. It's kind of like
Wow.
yeah, it's been very good. I enjoy it here. It snowed so much. It never happened here before, but I think it was me crying for snow. So it happened so much snow, guys. It's in the news. It's like the biggest snowfall in history, basically. So I'm enjoying so much. Yeah.
Enjoy so much? Yeah. That sounds amazing. Yeah, Dave, what do you have any goals that you're planning to do?
Yeah, I'm going to school for biology.
Ooh.
So I want to be I either want to be an education major for biology, so teach biology, or get an animal sciences degree and work with animals. So
Ooh, that'd
be my idea. And then stream along the way.
Educational biology lessons on stream, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Business model.
I would definitely
Professor
come through for that. I would
David.
come through for that.
I could do like one of those, get a green screen and be like I'm inside the body, like trying to get around, like, oh, if we take a right this way in the aorta, we'll get to the heart, but not today.
Yeah, Dave, you would definitely be like that cool biology teacher. Definitely, I can see that. I
Bill
can see
Nye.
you.
That's me.
Yeah, 100%. I would able to see that.
Yeah, but that's a goal of mine. Yeah, I wanted to do veterinary stuff, but I gave it a lot of thought, and as much as I would love to like work hands-on with animals and do that kind of work, veterinary work, one of the jobs is putting them down, and that's part of the job. It's a very regular and important part of the job, and it's just not something I could
do. For sure.
I have a question from chat, actually, a spicy one. Since you guys started streaming, have you guys had any bad experiences with other streamers? And if so, well, you don't have to name drop them. No, no names.
Yeah, I got one.
Ooh, Benzi, all right, let's go, Benzi, let's go.
Okay, good.
All right.
No, I was gonna say.
Please start.
Super Dave, fuck this guy. I'm kidding.
Leave him alone. What do you mean? Leave him alone.
Check out Super Dave, right? Shout out to Super Dave.
That's it. That's it. I quit.
No, come back.
All right. Okay. So my bad experience. I get bullied a lot by this guy. He was like, I'm pretty sure you guys know him. He always comes in my chat. His ad is at CJ.
Yeah, boys.
That's it. All right. Everyone unfollow.
Hey.
No, I'm just joking. I haven't had any bad experiences really. So far it's been pretty much good experiences with meeting all of you guys. So.
Okay.
Besides
so
CJ,
nothing bad at all.
Actions.
I haven't. Yeah, same. I haven't really had any bad experiences with other streamers or people in the comments of places that I've been. So, as far as I know, I mean, no one goes in there and hits on me. If someone comes in and says, "Man, you suck at this game," I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I know. You nailed me. I am 100% bad at this game, but I'm open for pointers." Like.
Yeah, I definitely got hit on a few times by ex Banzy X.
Yeah.
Definitely hit on me a few times.
Why?
Definitely hit on me a few times.
Hey, I mean, at least I'm hitting on you. I'm not like CJ who blows up your chat saying, "Hey, fuck you, Benzi."
No.
At least I'm complimenting you. You know.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah. But how about Danielle? Do you have any weird experiences in chat or from other streamers?
Well, not really with the specific streamers, but I do sometimes don't know how to reply to a few questions that I get whispered.
Whispered?
Yeah. Like it puts me very difficult, awkward place. You know, like I want to answer your question, but for me that's like, okay, so mild questions I've got was like, oh, put me on your channel. Like it's not like, it's kind of like telling me to put you on my channel, like kind of thing, as well.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I understand you.
I mean, I do like supporting other streamers. I do, but there's it's a connection, like it's a relationship as well. Like I feel it's streamers. I build the relationship, you know. But a stranger just comes to me and tells me, "Oh, put me on your channel." I'm like, I don't know how to answer that question. It's not a question, but I don't know how to comment on it. That makes me awkward in a bit. No, like have you guys had any situation like that? I don't tell me if you can help me out. Like I don't know what to say. Like I don't want to be rude in a way. You know what I mean? And
yeah, I see.
There's also plus 18 questions that I get whispered as well. So I try to ignore. I try to ignore, like, because I don't know how to comment on that.
Yeah. The best thing to do is probably just ignore those comments.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot harder because I'm pretty sure us four don't really get as much plus 18 questions.
Yes,
we just think
it's definitely females.
Yeah, people don't come onto my channels for my good looks.
I bet.
They definitely do. They definitely do.
But I do think it's got to be harder for female streamers because, you know, sweaty nerds in their homes like me, you know, they're looking to get entertained. The internet is a place where they have anonymity. It's a place where they can say whatever they want, and on the slight chance that they might get lucky, they'll harass people, which is ridiculous. And I personally don't understand that. Like, it doesn't compute in my mind to hop onto someone's channel and be like, "Hey, I know you don't know who I am from Adam, but I'd love to see your feet."
Sounds a lot like
Reggie. Clip.
Reggie 100. Yeah, if anyone in chat are interested in getting some feet pictures, feel free to go subscribe to Honey AU. She is gonna be providing them once she hits 100 subs.
100 subs. 100 subs.
Interesting. Alright, so you guys are saying just then, female streamers definitely have it like rougher in terms of like harassment. What are your thoughts on like, I guess growth on social media as like female versus males? Do you guys think females have it easier or harder or opposite? Like, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, I think as a guy, just speaking from my personal point of view and preferences, if I'm honest with myself, I'd rather watch a female streamer than a male streamer.
Right, I see.
Not that male streamers aren't awesome and funny and have great content, but there's some things I'd rather look at that I wouldn't.
Right.
I don't know, man. I'm just trying to look at CJ, you know, show off his big guns.
Excuse me. That's why I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt today.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? So that it's big gun. Oh, so those big guns don't show. Get a t-shirt on.
Wait. So, Dave,
like Peter.
Why do you prefer like going to a female's stream rather than
for
like
the same reason, for the same reason I play female characters in video games when I have a choice between male or female, as long as it doesn't affect the role play. If I'm going to spend 8 hours in a video game, I'd rather look at the female form than a guy form.
Right, I see. So you're going to be like
looking at this form all day long. I might as well look at something that I find interesting.
Understandable.
Except Cyberpunk.
Except Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk, I went with the dude because immersion is key.
So you definitely go for like the person, right? You're not there for the gameplay. You're not there for the other stuff. It's just for the girl, right?
Oh yeah. I'm totally on Danny's stream just to try to impress her.
Just for Danny.
Just to be like, hey, what's up, girl?
Danny, he wants to get lucky.
I'm just a sweaty nerd in my apartment. No, so Danny got me into playing Valorant because I was watching her play Sova. And so like I do like I'm most of the time I'm like watching her play the game. And I'm like focused, and she stops playing and she's like chatting with people. Then she goes on big screen. I'm like, yay, big screen, Danny. And then she's back in the game. It's like, all right, let's play the game again. So I like to think I have a good balance of enjoying the streamer, and Danny puts a lot of, she puts effort into how she looks on stream, I assume. So you want to acknowledge.
No, I don't put any effort. I wake up like this, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
She just is that way. So I want to acknowledge the hard work that she does, and all these different things. But at the end of the day, like, streaming is about playing the video game, and the entertainer is Danny. So it's got to be a balance in my mind.
Yeah. I see. So what are your thoughts on being a male and like growing on Twitch or social media?
I like to think that if I'm gonna grow, it'll be because of my winning personality.
Right, I see, definitely.
That's true.
Yeah, but I mean, it's been I do think that as a male streamer, it's important to build your brand. You want to, like, I'm all about potatoes. I push that. Push those potatoes. The Spud Army. But networking is important. Like, I joined Danny's stream because I saw she was playing Valorant. I never played it before. She looked cute in her profile picture. I'm like, this could be cool. And so and then it was like, awesome. I'm like, this is great. So I got very active on her channel. But from networking and being on Danny's channel, I've got more than half my followership just by being on Danny's channel.
Yeah.
So if you want to grow your channel, it's important to network. You got to be on other people's. You got to be supporting, spreading the love, building your brand, being kind. And the big thing I want to say is, don't do that follow for follow crap.
Yeah.
Follow for follow. So it's just so ingenuine. Like, I'll follow you back because I'm a nice guy, but I'm not going to go on your channel and be like, follow me if I follow you.
Exactly.
So I don't want to.
Yeah, I actually never got a follow for follow. How about you, CJ? I actually never gotten that.
Nah, never.
You guys never got a follow from me?
No, like
No, I actually had someone coming in.
I'm already following you, Dave. I'm already following you.
Actually, someone coming in my chat and say, "Oh, I followed you, but you're not following me back." I'm like, I didn't know.
I hate that.
I didn't know.
Where was that in the contract?
But yeah, Danielle, what about you? What are your thoughts on, like, well, obviously because you're a girl. How do you think that has affected your your growth on Twitch? Did you grow fast on Twitch?
I feel that I grew a bit faster than normal guys would start streaming, I'm guessing.
Right.
Obviously, because yes, I am pretty. I'm just joking. And
I am pretty.
Everyone in all our chats totally agree with you here, Danielle.
Oh, so sweet, so sweet. But you know how it's I think because I wasn't very confident person. I wasn't very confident person before, and I never thought that I was pretty enough to do stream. But because I start streaming and so many people tell me how pretty I am, I do take the compliments nicely. But it makes me grow as a person as well. But obviously my Twitch grew so faster than they would grow. I'm assuming. But yeah, but I do go watch streamers because they are so good at gaming. Like I go watch you guys because you guys are amazing on Valorant, obviously. And I go watch when someone streams a game that I've never seen before as well, before I can purchase, I go see someone playing Apex because I want to try Apex, but it looks too crazy, so I will not,
Apex is fun.
No. And no. And like I enjoy watching other streamers actually, but yeah, obviously as a girl streaming, I'm sure there's advantage than boys,
right,
I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's like for me, I would, it's not the girl. It's more like the overlay. If they have a nice overlay, I'll click on their stream. Right, that's me. So they need a nice overlay, one, and then two. When I say hi, depends how they depends on their energy and the way they talk. That's when I follow them. So they could be a great streamer, but or like great personality with a shit overlay, and I probably wouldn't follow them. Or they could be, like great overlay, but then bad like personality, and then I still wouldn't follow them. So
But I think
definitely a mix.
also microphone has effects as well. Like if you can't really hear them properly, like
Yeah, microphone's more important than video,
exactly,
in my opinion.
yeah.
But you definitely do need both, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, that's me. That's my thoughts.
Benzi,
Richard, what about you?
Richard,
Richard, what are your thoughts? Since you're a cute guy, how have you grown? What are you?
Benzi, you want to start? You want to go first?
Okay, bro.
Okay. I guess. Well, I guess like for me, I really didn't start growing until like this past month when I met CJ and Richard. Really. Yeah. What Dave said, networking is actually like super important. For like the first 6 months of me streaming, it was so hard because like I did not know how to network at all. And I guess like one of my buddies, he told me, he was like, "Yeah, man, if you want to get out there, you got to start rating people. You got to start like going into different communities, introducing yourself." So I was like, "All right, fine, I'll give it a shot." So one day we were streaming together, and I was about to end stream, and he was like, "Hold on, before you end stream, go raid someone." And I was like, "All right, fine, I'll give it a shot." So then I went and raid. I think I raided. The first person I rated was Jackie Chan in a kill, otherwise Dan. And so I went and raided Dan. I knew Dan for like about a week or two from then. So I gave him a raid and everything, and I guess from then on I started doing more raids and getting to know more people. But at that time I was still like growing very slowly, and as I said, like it wasn't until I met like CJ and Richard where I started like growing more. So
let's
it
go.
definitely is from my viewpoint, it is kind of hard to start off. So
yeah, I definitely think networking is the most important thing.
Yeah. I'll give my input on this. Oh, sorry.
No,
Danielle,
Richard?
were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say I go watch you because of your dance, but go ahead.
Everybody's here for Richard's dance.
Okay.
But sorry,
So anyways, so I actually got a lot of help from my friend, which is also a streamer. I mod for him for like a few months. I modded for him for like 3 or 4 months. So networking is definitely important. When I first started streaming, he gave me like a shout out on his channel. Like he gave me like my first few viewers. So my founders are like people which found me from him. So that helped me a little bit of a boost. And then eventually I started networking with myself as well. I met like CJ. I met a lot of other amazing streamers through just talking in the chat, and like just watching them stream, looking at how they interact with chat, how nice they are. I'm not sure about anymore though. Once you get to know, I'm joking. CJ is amazing. Anyways, once you know someone, like you meet them, you chat, and then you just see how other streamers interact with the chat. So but I also incorporate my own personality. So pretty much networking is pretty much what you guys said earlier. Networking is very, very important. I just got a lot of help from my friends, and then I just met amazing streamers, which also helped me out by rating and just rating and just giving me a chance in a sense. Also, so what I strongly believe for streamers is that everyone should have a niche. Everyone should have their own brand and make the things really different. For mine, my chat loves it because I speak I have a weird accent. I have a very unique accent in a sense, and the lingo that I have, like how I speak English, is very different. Well, it's really unique. There are people which speak like me. All my boys speak like me. All my friends in real life speak like me. They're also very attractive. Like they're also very, very attractive. So when, oops, cuz, yeah. Anyways, so when I started streaming, I never really, I was never like, I didn't think of myself as like cute or anything, because like I was always really insecure because my friends are like attractive, like you know what I mean, like they were pretty good looking. CJ,
like Keanu Reeves level attractive, like what are we talking about here?
Oh my god. Well, like they were good looking. They're good looking. So in a group, not Keanu, yeah, Keanu Reeves. But yeah, so in a group, I was never like, I don't know, I was never seen as like good looking or anything. So I don't know. I just been getting a lot more compliments when I started streaming. Which is which is really new to me, and I still can't really handle it properly. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, networking, and then from the earlier question that was asked about females and males. So if female streamers get more attraction, if they get more like the male streamers, right? I feel like it all comes down to the personality. I think I'm pretty sure I answered this before, but majority of female streamers tend to be a lot more interactive especially for small streamers. Small streamers, females tend to like an average. This is me like watching like 20 to 50 streamers, like small streamers, right? Females on average do interact with their chat a lot more often than the guys. Guys tend to focus on the gameplay a lot more. But the more successful guys, that's the more successful small streaming guys, they tend to interact with chat a lot as well. So I don't feel like I don't think it's a gender thing. It's more of a personality thing. It's how it's that majority of female streamers interact with chat more, which is why they also blow up faster, they grow faster, and they're also really good at, like, most female streamers tend to network better and they can handle banter in a sense better than other guys. This is also, I'm pretty sure we had this conversation before about and handling banter. So like most guys tend to banter with girls, and if they did the same thing in a guy's chat, the guy would automatically just delete and ban. That's what I think. If you guys can, this is my in-depth analysis into the whole streaming thing, cause so I'm just like really interested in this whole thing, because I'm studying something similar to uni, because I'm doing psychology and marketing. So networking is a part of marketing, obviously, and psychology of like how people interact with each other. Yeah, so, and then I take the good aspects and I try to implement myself, and I try to learn from like mistakes from by just watching past VODs. I feel like if you guys want to grow as small streamers, definitely rewatch your VODs, see what you can fix, and see what, if you are a viewer in your own channel, treat yourself like your own viewer in your own channel, and how you can fix it, and how you want to be treated. That's what I think.
I think that's true. If I go watch a streamer and then I say hello and it's been 30-40 minutes and then he doesn't say anything, it's kind of like, why am I watching you? Because I can't really talk to you, you know, kind of. I think that's I think that's what Richard was saying, and I would leave, obviously.
How dare they not? How dare they not acknowledge and yell? Ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Unbelievable, honestly. But yeah,
right?
So like, so for small streamers, if they're not getting like a message every like half a second or even less than that, they should definitely be interacting with chat. And if they're not, then like, why would
100%.
you want to watch a small streamer when you can watch a big streamer, which do the same thing and also provide higher quality content?
True.
Exactly.
That's
right.
true. That's true.
There's been a couple of times where I haven't had a lot of people chatting on my stream, so then I just focus on the game, and then I'm like, and then I'm like, wait a second.
Somebody said something.
Yeah, definitely when you get like that first few chatters, you pretty much want to, you don't want to just ask them, hey, how you doing, how's your day? You want you want to get very interactive with them, because you want them to stay, because they're like, exactly,
that's
like no one else is there.
That's all of us. I think that's how all of us grew. No, that's how I started. Basically, I start paying attention in the beginning. Obviously, I had like 2-3 as well, and I will call out their name. I'll say thank you. How was your day? We build a relationship. Obviously, each streamer, and then I still have Pro Gamer 007. I have Alex UAE. I have other streamers from Chicago. I can't remember his nickname obviously right now, but yeah, I have streamers coming in even though they started watching me with PlayStation. That's how I
Interesting.
think we grow up.
On
Yeah.
PlayStation.
Yeah, I started with PlayStation. I started playing PC when I came to Madrid.
Wow. Overwatch?
Overwatch.
Overwatch, yeah.
Overwatch. Yeah.
So what do you guys think are some like great questions for interacting? Let's say you have like 1 or 2 viewers, right? Like when you start a stream, what kind of questions would you want to ask them? Just, if you were very small, if you were trying to interact with them.
What games they play,
Kind of
what
games
time
play?
it is.
Yeah, I
what
always
time it
ask them
is.
what time it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Time, location,
Mhm.
age. Just kidding.
Wait a minute.
No, cut. All right, wait. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye.
Flip it.
Are we talking about old school AOL ASL stuff?
ASL.
Oh my god, that brings back
No.
terrible
But,
memories.
yeah, I definitely think asking what games they play and stuff, definitely great.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe like, how did you find my stream? And
Yeah.
True.
Oh yeah,
Who your-
definitely.
who your favorite streamer is? That's a great one as well. See if you can relate. Yeah, definitely that kind of stuff.
I like to ask people to tell me what to do in the game. It's like I've been playing Wind Waker, and I kind of got stuck because you have to find all 9 Triforce shards or 8 Triforce shards. I don't know where they are. So people come into my stream while I'm messing around, like, "Do you have any idea where this is? Help me out here." They usually Google it for me. Tell me what to do. I'm fine with that. Tell me what to do. Backseat game. I don't care.
Exactly. There's also that tag you can say it's like backseating allowed or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, put that in and it's all good.
It's
What are you,
all good.
Benzi? Favorite questions to ask for interaction?
For me, like, whenever I start up a stream, I see like I'm starting to get like normal, like regular people that come through. So like for the people that normally come through, I just ask them, hey, how was your day? Yeah, what time is it for you? Because I know some people are like degenerating and need to sleep. And then like I recognize like everybody that comes into the chat, and like for every new name that comes by, I often ask them like, hey, how are you doing? What time zone is it for you? And like, how did you come across my stream? What kind of games do you play? And if they've played the game that I'm playing as of right now, and like like I often ask about like the games that they play. Like it's, for example, like if we play some of the same games, I'll often ask them like, what are their stats for the game? How do they like the game? How are they doing with it?
I have a question in from chat from Ellie. She's saying, whenever people join, I always say hi, how are you, and nothing else. I feel like I rely too much on the viewer for convo. So how can I change that?
So yeah, pretty much what you said just then about asking what games they play. Like incorporate maybe a topic into every stream. So like just like for example, today's like Thursday, right? Oh my god, tomorrow's Friday. You guys have anything planned for Friday, etc., like that.
Exactly.
Make a topic. It could be like very generic. It could be like weather. Yeah, and it could be like the game you're playing right now. It could be anything. I guess to be creative with it. Being a streamer definitely requires you to be creative. Definitely have to have a lot of energy all the time.
True.
Yeah. Small talk is a skill that most people don't realize is a skill.
Yeah.
Some people are really, really good at it naturally, and they just they just know how to talk to people that they've never met before. But it's what's called a soft skill. You have to develop it. So it's sometimes it even comes down to maybe read a book on how to start conversations with people. Like I'm good at talking to people once I've started talking to them.
Yeah, I feel you.
When you're trying to get it rolling, it's awkward. It kind of feels like you're kind of feels like driving a car, you like you're trying to get it in gear. It's like just lurching forward. But when it's going, it's fine. It's just
no, I get you. I get you. It's
For
like
me, I think.
honestly,
Sorry, for me, small talk was easier because, like, from your normal life experiences, basically, and then you use it to next person, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, for me, in the aircraft, I have to, let's say CJ walks in, he's a customer, and then in business class, I have to introduce him to the seat, obviously, and then I have to explain. Oh, on the back part is a toilet. There is a lounge as well. On this TV, like it's very awkward for me to say, "Hi, my name is Danielle. I'll be taking care of you on this aircraft." It was so awkward, but I practice, and then I see someone else, how smoothly they start conversation with someone else. Like, let's say, you like, I think that's why it's important when you check news sometimes, or like Dave said, read a book, or like, let's say from the chat, obviously, right now what CJ used or Richard used, or those questions, you can ask them in the chat as well. Doesn't have to be only podcast. So I think it's important to watch other streamers. That's why it's important to learn a bit more, and also watch yourself on your next like, I would sometimes review my stream, obviously, to see what was awkward for me to do and what looked more smooth,
Yeah.
in that.
100%.
Agreed.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying earlier, and I completely support and agree with what Danielle just said. And Danielle, do you feel like working as a cabin crew helped you develop your skill in small talking, which eventually led to like using it on Twitch?
So much, actually, so much, because so Emirates, every flight I meet someone new, even colleagues. We don't work in a team for every flight. Every flight is different person. So you have to become best friends with your colleague, because end of the day, if something happens, that's who I have, obviously, because we got same training, right? And for random customers at a bar, sometimes we have to work in the lounge. So I have a drunk customer trying to talk to me, get to know my life. And it's quite interesting and nice that how someone get interest in your life, I think that's what Twitch is, and that's why people in the chat likes our reactions, because people want attention. They want attention, right? We want attention. Like, I find I'm appreciate you guys all getting interested in me, getting to want to know me. But same as the people in the chat, like, I want you to ask me how I am as well. So in that sense, before the job really helped me grow, and small talk is quite easy for me to start, I think.
Yeah. So were you guys always like good at talking, or did you guys learn it from somewhere, like maybe from a job, or like, I don't know? Because for me, I only started learning or like interacting very well after like my job at a cafe and like customer service. Definitely before that, I was like very quiet and like, I don't know. Just talking to strangers is hard, but talking to people was pretty easy. But yeah, now it's like, now I'm very chill. Yeah. What about you guys? I know Richard, he like recharges from talking to others. He's an extrovert.
Yeah.
For me, I'm definitely the opposite.
Introvert, yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely introvert.
Yeah.
Like, what about you guys?
I think we change as time passes and you experience, right? And for me, I was very, in, let's say, like Richard said, in group of your friends, there's one very pretty one, there's one very funny one, and there's one quiet one,
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know what my friends will say, but for me, I think I was most quiet one. Like, if I meet a stranger, like, I'm very funny with my friends in my circle. But in my circle, I can be very funny, very comfortable, but I was like that, obviously. And now I'm actually changed. I've changed a lot. I think I feel like I'm more extrovert than introvert myself now.
Yeah, me too. I want to add on top of that. When in high school, I was definitely really a lot different than I was now. I was definitely introverted when I was in high school. I like to do things by myself. Oh, not really. I think I was ambivert in high school. I really enjoyed going out and talking to people. I've just always been how I am, but my communication skills was very poorly. I think you were touching upon about communication skills and learning how to talk to people right earlier, CJ. And I want to add on top of that, saying like it's definitely a skill. It's definitely a skill that is developed over time. My communication skills was very, very poor until I worked at a cafe as well. I worked at a cafe as well, and working in hospitality definitely helped me communicate with strangers or customers a lot easier, a lot better. Yeah, and yeah, as I was a follow-up question to what he said earlier. Yeah, I'm an extrovert, and I tend to get more energy the more I stream. I like most people would lose energy as I stream, right? I get more energy as I stream, which is very, very weird and unique. And that's why most of my streams I am like I am full battery, full charge at the end of it. So like at 11 hours, I have more energy in my first hour of streaming. And also to what Daniel said about the group of friends, I was actually the quiet one in my yeah, I am probably the quiet one. Yeah, I'm probably the quiet one. I make
Uh,
I just make stupid comments all the time, but quiet at the same time. Yeah, and it just changes with time. Yeah, but how about you, Benzi? Benzi,
well, I guess like for me, it really depends in the environment I'm in. Like for example, if I meet someone new, right, I'll introduce myself. I won't be as like crazy as I am with my friend group that I always hang out with. I'll reserve myself a little bit, because I like to I don't want to like just like come at this person full blown craziness, but I believe that I'm fully comfortable with meeting new people. I actually like talking to people, meeting new people as well. Like my communication and speaking skills, like I think they're great. I actually love giving speeches and everything. I love talking to a big crowd. Um, like at first it is kind of scary, kind of get nervous, but like as I go through it, it's kind of like, oh, it's nothing really. Then like I start going off. Um, but yeah, like for me, it just depends on the environment I'm in. Like with my friends, um, like I'm the loudest one. Man, my whole entire friend group knows I'm the loudest one. Um, I always try to like if like the party's like kind of going down, I'm like, yo, this is not the vibe. I'll definitely try to pick up the vibe, try to bring everybody back up to high spirits. Like, I think like a month ago, I went to this party. I started challenging everyone. I was like, all right, look, I'm hearing that, you can drink really fast. I'll drink me right now. So, like that's how I kind of got the party started. Well, like people were still arriving, and like people were just kind of like looking kind of a little bored, and I was like, let's just like have a drink, have a good time. So yeah, I believe that it isn't hard for me to just interact with like people and everything.
Isn't the legal drinking age in the States like 21?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
you gotta be 21.
Late, hey, that's pretty late.
Yeah, that's,
but I mean, you can't.
Is...
You can't purchase alcohol until you're 21.
Right.
You can drink whatever you want.
It's frowned down upon, but you can drink. Yeah, I mean, like for me,
they can't stop you if you're on your own property. But right. if you're drinking and then you go off your property, then it's like you're drunk in public.
Let's see.
Yeah, like honestly, I guess like for me, my culture is like with like Hmong, the Hmong culture, like us, like literally me and my friends, we're all Hmong, so we all kind of grew up like the same kind of way, like during our teen years, and I guess like whenever we go to like these events and everything, the elders will literally just hand us a drink, disregarding of our age. Nice. Like they'll know that you're a teenager. Like they'll know like when you're about to get there, so they'll just boom, can to you.
We have another surprise guest. Milo, get out of here. Oh, he's messing with. Okay, he's
What's
done.
his name?
Milo. He was about to knock my computer monitor off the table.
Imagine. Disaster.
Say, where were we? We were talking about. Fuck, I forgot.
Communication skills.
Communication skills, right? Yeah. Okay, for you, Danielle, since you've been How many languages do you know, by the way?
That's it. English, Korean, and learning Spanish.
Right. Okay. So like, how did you grow up with like communication? Because like I know you said you didn't know too much English in like New Zealand. So like, was it hard? How was it?
It was very hard in New Zealand. I was very feeling lonely in school because I mean, even though there's another Korean girl, she was quite mean. But
no.
you know,
No.
yeah, but like I had my brother obviously, so after school I was fine. But
Yeah.
I don't remember any other classmates' names from New Zealand, to be honest.
Right.
But even when I was little, like in Korea, my mom made us to go to Chinese school academy after school for 6 years, but I don't remember anything.
Right.
But I think that's the language. Like you can't force on someone to learn the language, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
but in Canada, I start able to understand. I mean, it was obviously broken English speaking, but I understood more, and I had really fun in Canada. All my friends were very great, very nice, and still in contact with them. But yeah, I mean, sorry, what was the question? Yeah.
So the question was like, how did it affect like your communication skills and like?
Yeah.
guess.
So I mean, I stream in English right now because for me, I didn't have that much conversation in Korean to stream. You know, like I mean, streamers are strangers, so I never had any Korean strangers that I have to talk to for a long time every day. In the well, in California, I was working while I was going to school, but all my friends were half Filipino, half mixed, all mixed as well. So we didn't really speak Korean there as well. So for me, I feel more comfortable when I speak English. So
Right.
I keep getting sidetracked on the story, but yeah, like streaming for me and talking to someone easily is just English. I can't do it with the Korean. So whenever I have a Korean viewer in my chat saying hello, I will say hello and I can't continue in Korean. It just feels awkward.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think I saw that. I think I saw that. I think I was in your chat once, and then someone someone was actually Korean, and they messaged you. Even the username was like in Korean, which is very very weird. I've never seen that on Twitch.
Could be my friend actually, but yeah, it's like you have a comment that makes you dance, right, Richard? So for me, I have a comment that makes me speak Korean, which I do not enjoy.
You didn't enjoy it?
No.
Oh no!
You guys heard it. No more using that one.
No, I don't mind doing it, but it's very short. I would do very short. I can say like I love you or thank you so much in Korean, but I don't know where else to go on streaming with Korean.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I definitely like. I'm really bad at like dancing. But I want to get better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I hope I'm getting better. Yeah, but
Is it on the VODs? Can
I
I go back and
I have plenty. You can do it right now, by the way, if you want. Like you redeem channel points. I have plenty. But yeah, it's just
there's
nice.
There was somebody in Danielle's chat. Alexway.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry if I was saying it wrong. Alexway. Okay.
Alex,
They're saying yeah. So tell Benzi to explain what Hmong is, and not many people knows the culture.
That's true. I mean, on his channel, we heard 1,000 times because of CJ.
Yes, we have.
Not too long ago, but I'm sure my viewers wouldn't mind to hear.
Yes. What is your culture, Benzi?
I mean, if you guys are down for it, yeah, I'm definitely open to explaining what the Hmong culture is and who they are.
Give us a rundown.
All right, so gave this rundown so many times with fucking CJ. All right, so how it's spelt is HMONG. The H is silent, so it's Hmong. In Hmong spelling, we use English letters, but we kind of like the words are very weird. Like if I were to like say me in Hmong, it's gu, and how that's spelled is Yeah, when I'm referring to myself, right? Like if I say I want something, like I say "kub," and that's spelled Kub. And you like you
Oh,
would read it, you would say like cub, but we say "kub."
Cub.
So
What's up, Cub?
it's very weird. But a little brief synopsis of what the Hmong culture is like the Hmong culture is like and who the Hmong people are. They're descendants of the Chinese from way back in the Qing Dynasty. Um, there are 18 different clans of Hmong. Um, the Hmong people, how we are descendants is that they were looked down upon. They are the essentially considered the lower class. Also, were slaves to the higher class Chinese back then. Another thing to mention is that if we were ever caught speaking the Hmong language, we would actually be executed on
Oh
sight.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it was just like living in that kind of situation for us Hmong people. It just wasn't very livable. So then
Wow.
on, we migrated. We migrated towards the mountain, and so when a lot of us know that when we say Hmong, we often think of oh yeah, we're also referred to as the mountain people because at first that's where we migrated to, because we knew that the Chinese wouldn't come after us if we went to the mountains and stayed there. They thought that we would just die off in there. So for the rest of us that didn't migrate to the mountains, we migrated down south towards Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand. Those
Yeah.
are the three biggest ones that we migrated towards, and we sought refuge there and everything. Uh, for everybody, for those that are in the U.S. or know of the Vietnam War, what is failed to be taught inside U.S. history books is that the Hmong people helped out the U.S. in the Vietnam War to fight against the Vietnam Army. Um, During that war, the U.S. did help us. They did bring a lot of the Hmong people there, but for the rest of us, we were left there to fend for ourselves. Actually, my grandparents were from the Vietnam War. They witnessed the war themselves, and they're still here today.
Mm,
And so, I have a lot of respect for the
mm,
elders that
mm,
still continue on to this day after witnessing such horror and everything.
Mm.
After majority of us were helped out by the U.S. and sent over to the U.S., we were stationed in San Francisco in refugee camps. And then after being processed and going through the whole entire thing, we then spread out through the U.S. From what I know, the highest concentration of Hmong people right now is in California, Wisconsin, and Minnesota. For me, I have been to all three states. I've lived in all three states. Um, I've met a lot of Hmong people there. I didn't really get in touch with my cultural background and my roots until I moved here to Wisconsin.
mm,
As
Mm-hmm.
Here in Wisconsin, I believe that their Hmong community here is actually a lot stronger.
mm.
They're a lot closer. Everybody here speaks Hmong to one
Oh,
another. So it's very nice to be able to
Wow.
get in touch with where I come from. In California, I do have friends there that are Hmong and everything, but growing up then we only spoke English,
mm.
Yeah.
and we
Is
didn't
that
really speak much Hmong.
yeah?
So
Do you feel like it's due to the amount of people, or do you feel it's due to the effort they put in, like the communities they put in?
um, I think it's like more the effort,
Effort?
um, because like with like as the generations go on, like I myself, I cannot really hold a conversation in Hmong, and that it is looked down upon from the elders that us younger generations cannot understand Hmong or speak it. Um, I'm at least grateful to be able to understand what is like being said to me or what is being asked of me. Um, it's just that I wish to be able to hold a conversation with the elders, when they speak to me.
Mm.
I noticed that like a lot of the younger generations now, after minds is like they don't really know the traditions. They don't know the culture. They don't know the language at all. Some of them can't even understand it or speak it. Um, so like I know that I like for my siblings, like I try to teach them so they can understand the basics of what is being asked of them, because like the most basic thing that's asked really is like, who are your parents? What is your last name? Because the reason why they ask that is basically it's kind of like knowing like which clan you're from. And as I said earlier, there are 18 clans. The 18 clans are based off of the 18 different last names. Um, like in my friend group, I am one of the two Yangs. Um, my other buddy is a Yang, but majority of them are all Taos, and one is a Vang. And so right there we have about like 3 to 4 different clans, because I know there's some of them that have different last names as well. So that's something that elders would normally ask is like, what's your last name, just to like know what clan you're from. And then they ask like who your parents are, because that way, like I said, the Hmong community here is very close, well knit, because everybody knows one another. Everybody, like, we all see each other at the gatherings. We all get together, eat food and all that. So it's more of like, building that bond. And I hope to like with my friend group and I, we always talk about this, like how are we gonna help out the younger generation, as the elders will pass, and we often think like, how are we gonna carry on the culture, keep it alive, because it is dying out. And yes, not a lot of people today know who the Hmong are, and it is a sad thing to know and to see. But that's just a synopsis of like who the Hmong people are and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it was very informational.
Yes.
Well,
Thank you for your
uh,
TED Talk.
welcome to the TED Talk. You should follow it. Someone
TED Talk
put it on YouTube.
podcast.
TED Talk.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
very, very interesting. But yeah, we've been going for a while now. But do you guys want to wrap it up? And for our last question that I have for was for Danielle. So it was more lifestyle, but we did touch upon it already. It was just the lifestyle that you have right now. How does it differ from the States? So like, is your lifestyle similar to when you were living in the States, like with the older Korean roommate, or is it pretty similar to
Um,
how it is now?
like lifestyle in Madrid right now.
Yeah, Madrid and the States. Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean it's quite similar. I mean, cause I'm free, in the States I was going to school on my own. I was working as a part time. I was hanging out with my friends. It's kind of like similar here right now. Um, just because Dubai was so different just before this and between states. A bit different lifestyle in Dubai, and now I feel like I'm back to normal.
Oh, normal in Madrid, even though it's like only three months here, you feel
Uh,
normal.
yeah, no, it's been 3 months, but like I'm so used to moving around so many times.
Mm.
I don't feel awkward in different countries, and it's not like I've been to Madrid, working as a cabin crew, so I know this place and that place a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I would love to. I mean, because of pandemic, of course, we can't really travel around. Not free as free, but yeah, I don't feel awkward. I'm very good at adjusting to new places. I feel like I'm interviewed for a job.
Oh, no,
The answer is like exactly you guys can use for a new job interview if you want.
definitely. Yeah, we'll get you hired.
Yeah.
For which company?
Full benefits. The whole line.
But you guys are great,
Yeah, but-
Richard. And how did you guys start this podcast? Very quickly.
How did we start? I forgot. Hey.
So I did my first one during my 24-hour stream with Frumplepot, and then the next one, and then CJ and I, we were just discussing it about having a mukbang and a podcast together. We had for the
mukbang.
second one that for the first one we did together, we had McDonald's together.
That's
and
right.
we had McDonald's together, and we just like chat with other streamers. Yeah, so we just pretty much we just chat with streamers, just talk about each other's lives, and then Twitch, and then we just in every stream, every streamer has their own like unique thing. Some was like so we interviewed C4 as well, Danielle. So we did one with we did a podcast with C4. So C4's a Radiant player now, Radiant player in Valorant. So we were just talking about that. He also has a very, very low rice purity test. So he has very interesting stories that he gave us during the podcast. Yeah, so every streamer has their own unique thing. And then we just talk, we chat, and then now it's our sixth podcast. And it's just been very fun. Like every podcast, we just chat, we're just talking as friends. It's not we're just doing it for fun. And it's also for like networking as well. So we're just networking, getting to know everyone's, like every community, like on Twitch, community, building a good community, knowing everyone is a lot more beneficial than doing something by yourself. You can be like the best player for Valorant, but if you don't talk to anyone, you're not getting any views.
True.
Right.
True.
Yeah. So so on Twitch, the more people you know, the better. Also, don't be fake. Yeah, just don't come into our channels and be like, what Dave said earlier, follow for follow. Like, it's really cringe. Don't do be more genuine. Yeah, be more genuine. Yeah,
exactly.
And I feel like this podcast also lets us to gets us to know each other more, and also it's pretty much really useful for networking as well. So we now I know a lot more about Danielle and Dave, even though we just met. Nice to meet you, Dave. It was great meeting you. It was amazing. Yeah, and that's how we started.
It's fun. It's been really fun today.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Dave, and thank you, Danielle.
Thanks for having us.
It was great, guys. My chat podcast command. Go follow them: Richard, Benzie, Danielle, and Dave.
Yeah, definitely. Follow Dave and Danielle, guys.
Shall we all finish together with the heart burger? All of us.
Oh,
done.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the sound? What's the sound?
Ready?
I think it's like that, right?
Alright.
So
Ready?
burger.
Alright, burger. 3, 2, 1.
I didn't do it. Oh, we did it all at different times.
Benzie countdown.
Okay.
Benzie, give us the countdown.
Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Clear.
There we go. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining us for the 6th episode of Sleep Deprived. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was very, very fun. Amazing streamers and people. Thank you guys for joining us.
Great.
All right.
Yes, I'm gonna end stream as well, actually, because getting late. But I'll just chill. I'm just gonna chill after stream.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, you guys have a great day.
Yes, you too, Dave. I'm gonna rate someone. So yeah.
Have fun.
Right,
See you, Danny.
All right. Goodbye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See you.
Oh, let me turn this off.
Hi everyone, my name is Daniellekim. I'm a game streamer on Twitch and also a music enthusiast. So I decided to create a YouTube channel where you will find me playing piano with my favorite songs from Final Fantasies, classic game soundtracks, and any other songs that I love. I'm hoping you will enjoy as much as I do. And you can catch me live every day playing my favorite games on this channel right down here, twitch.tv/Daniellekim. Alright, here goes my favorite burger heart. Burger. Heart. I will see you there, right?